Shota, that was pretty brutal today.
Yeah, it was terrible. Absolutely. On one hand, there's not much to say, but the other hand, I would say could be my fault because maybe I give a little bit expression that league is over, and maybe it could cost us this softness which we showed today.
Where do you think the biggest problem was today?
That's what I said. Like a little bit impression, like 2 games to go. We done our job. Little bit easy days that can give them that impression. It was me a little bit more relaxed. Not that something we've done less than the previous games, but probably the body language and my voice and everything could give that impression, which is not 100%, of course, because you have to also give the credit to opponent. But we done everything what the opponent needed. We discuss about this, the reactions they give, the second ball reaction, to lock out and not give them a space. But it happened after 1.5 minutes. So and then continue whole game.
Yeah, taking the next question from her, the goal, the first goal coming after 5 minutes, especially away from home, just makes it very, very challenging.
No, it's not about this, it's about the scenario we've been discussed these days. And the way we analyze our opponent was absolutely identical. So if you look at the homework we do, we analyze well, but we couldn't stop that.
You have to give the players a touch of credit in the second half. They did seem to show that they obviously wanted to keep playing for pride. There seemed to be a couple of good opportunities there to at least try and get something on the board for the fans to celebrate, because even though the game was long gone, they still were having an afternoon of celebration by the looks of things. They were still enjoying their afternoon.
I always open and happy to give the boys the credit in every single game. But as I said, I'm starting with myself. No excuse for today, not for me, not for them. Absolutely not. So no credits for us today.
In terms of a reaction for the final game of the season, is it simply back to basics for the final game? Because obviously Nottingham Forest are going to come to the MKM Stadium with something to play for, and we're going to have to be at our very best.
It's again, of course we respect everyone, and everyone has his own targets, but we should have our own every game, and especially for the club, for the supporters, for the people who every game coming and watching us and supporting.
Louis, it's obviously a very difficult result to take. How do you analyse it as a player?
Where do I start? Very disappointing. Just not us at all. Just really disappointing. Not a good afternoon at the office. It's easy to give them a lot of credit. I thought they was excellent, but at the same time, if we turn up and we are how we are 9 times out of 10, then obviously the scoreline doesn't finish like that. But it's tough one to take.
I mean, complacency is a word that a lot of people would use, but did any of the players out on the pitch see that sort of result coming at any time?
That's not within our makeup, within our DNA. The lads haven't got it in us to sack a game off or to think, oh, we're safe, let's just forget it. At the end of the day, we've had however many travelling fans to put on a performance for. We owe it to ourselves every game to go out there and give 110%, and we owe it to the travelling fans who spend the hard-earned money to travel up and down the country and come and support us. So on that behalf, it's disappointing. We've let them down, let ourselves down, but at the end of the day, it's a fantastic group, and it's one of them afternoons where everything that could have gone wrong probably did go wrong, but these things happen.
Obviously, every defeat is as crushing as another, because obviously you don't get anything from the game. The slightest crumb of comfort that I reach for is that it's happened now in the season. If this had happened in January, it could have generated a whole different reaction to the fixtures that have preceded this one. 6 goals conceded beforehand under Shota is a great testament to the team.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why it hurts as much as it does to concede the amount of goals we've conceded today, and that usually doesn't happen. So we'll have to pick the bones out of it when we're in and have a look at it and see what went wrong and obviously work on it. Yeah, there's one game to go in the season, but we're a proud group. We won't just accept this lightly and just forget about it. It's a big defeat. At the end of the day, every single one of us in there, including staff, is hurting. We know everybody will be hurting after sort of witnessing that, and it's down to us to pick the bones out of it and learn from it.
And it's not a game, obviously, which is like today, 2 teams who know they're safe in the Championship. You've got a team in Nottingham Forest who are obviously fighting to enter the Premier League after a long time out. They're going to be bang up for it, and obviously we will have to be as well.
Oh, absolutely. We again touch on it. We're not a team that's just going to lay over and roll over and have our bellies tickled and let somebody else reap the benefits for that. We'll be going into this last game probably with that extra little bit of motivation to put things right after such a disappointing defeat today. So luckily in football there's always a game the following week, so we have next week to try and put it right.